You ready? We're live.
So, hello? 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 We good? Welcome to the first live show hosted by Walk-Ons. Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Welcome to the first live show of Walk-Ons. I'm your host, Howard Heineman, and
I'm your host, James Blackwood.
Today we'll have three special guests on Coach Isaac Booth, Jalen Judson, senior captain, and senior captain Levi Blunt.
Today we'll be previewing the Wyandotte High School Jamboree for the Oxford Chargers. I guess let's get Levi and Jay on here.
Good.
What's up, guys? I'm Jalen Goodson. Levi Blunt. I play cornerback. Play wide receiver.
All right.
I'm committed to UAB. I'm committed.
So we know y'all been practicing each other every single day in seventh grade. Tell us about what that's like going against each other and just competing every day.
We've been practicing with each other since football. So, good competition every single day. We push each other to the fullest every day.
Jalen's been a little humble, but it's always a good competition because he's one of the best players on the team, period, not just on defense. So I think going against someone like that makes you better, a lot better.
And do you think going against how that great competition, since y'all both great players obviously, how do you think that benefits you in the long run? That just punching against good players and stuff like
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. I mean, when you play against somebody who's like on your level, if not better, it's so much better than playing against, not to put those players down, but it's iron sharpens iron like that.
Yeah, what he said, iron sharpens iron. So it makes it easier in the game when we go in there because I know Levi is way better than the receiver I'm about to play on this Friday. So I go in there with more confidence than I ever do. So I was like, this gonna be a breeze because I just go out and Levi all practice. So when he beat me, I'm like, oh yeah, this dude can't make this type of kick. So I know what to do when I get there on Friday.
What are kind of y'all's thoughts going into this season? How excited are you for this new season?
I'm very excited because we put a lot into this. We did a lot of fellowshipping than we ever have since I've been in 10th grade. You can even ask all the coaches, Coach Booth. We do a lot more fellowshipping, not putting down all the other classes that I done played with, but we put in a lot to this. Even though we didn't get to what we wanted to, a community service, we put a lot into it. We wanted to get all the way, we wanted to dive all the way in, how JJ did. So we wanted to make a name for ourselves too.
Yeah, it almost feels surreal being a senior. I know everybody says that, but it's true. 4 years is really fast in high school, especially when you play football. The seasons go by like that once they start. So, but yeah, I feel more excited.
And how do you feel like that fellowship will help improve the game on the field and even give you an edge on opposing teams?
I think it'll help us hugely because we're not just teammates playing football together, just not together. We're brothers who spend time together every day, not just playing football, going to eat, playing games in the locker room, doing all kinds of stuff. So I think that's going to help us hugely.
I think I think it's gonna help us in the long run because what was the question again? My bad.
How your fellowship helps you on the field and give you an edge on other teams.
Our fellowship because we can trust each other. This famous slogan. I can trust my teammate, he ain't got no problem with me. If my teammate trusts me, he ain't got no problem, you know what I mean? So this is why I say, and it can show us how we can handle adversity, because I know like how I can get on to my teammate, like, or how I can tell my teammate, like, you did mess up on that play. And since we got that fellowship, he won't get mad about it. He'll be just like, okay, yeah, let me do that. I know I did, and make another play.
How would y'all say y'all prepared for the season? And kind of in seasons before, how is this led up to y'all senior year? How do y'all prepare overall?
Just grinding on and off the field, you know, in the classroom, in the film room, and on the field. So like we be out there all summertime, you know, even on 7-on-7. This even helped us this season, you know what I mean? So because we got a new quarterback too, so that putting in work with him and like helping him out. So like, because I don't think our quarterback will go against the defense that we got coming up this season. And I don't think, and I think our quarterback got the best targets that he can ever have to go in this season.
I agree. We got a lot of new changes this year, but I think it's made everybody better because everybody goes against each other every single day. It's like it's what you do it day after day after day for 5, 6 months, however long it's been since January. I think so. There's no better way to prepare.
Yeah, and y'all are seniors now. How do you think being a senior affects your practice? Do you feel like you're working harder than ever? Being the last year of high school football, how do y'all feel about that?
Yeah, like I said, it still doesn't feel real, but it's still like a normal practice. I mean, you gotta make every moment count, but you gotta have fun at the same time. It's bigger than football. So I haven't done it with family.
Yeah, what he said. So you won't have like another brother like you have in high school. Like you'll probably never get that friendship back. So I say what our coaches say every time we have a little meeting during practice. You guys will sit down where like they give us a little motivation. This your last day doing everything. Like yesterday, it's Tuesday. This was our last Tuesday of our Jamboree week. So I'm thinking like. Yeah, we need to go into August. Like we need to work hard every single day because every single day might be our last practice.
This one's kind of for Levi, but you can all censor it, Jay. How do you kind of help with the younger quarterback? How do you help him develop? And with Jay, with the younger DBs and other guys on defense, how do you help them develop through the year?
I think Drew's made it super easy just being coachable by not just players but coaches as well. I mean, I think just flipping them off. Just nobody on the team is perfect. Nobody in the world's perfect. So just kind of getting the younger guys to understand that everybody's going to mess up. But I mean, Drew's handled everything super well, and I think everyone on the team's proud of him.
Yeah, I think he has handled everything well because I be messing with him at practice, calling his name while he running plays and things like just messing with him, you know, just trying to get him to be uncomfortable, and he handled that pretty well. So I think he gonna have a great season this year.
How is it kind of with the DBs? How do you kind of develop them? Because obviously you want to leave out your better place.
I don't. It's not me. It's all Coach Moore. You know what I mean? I'm just the one that sit on the side and just tell them what I know, and Coach Moore tell me what he know. Like Coach Moore give me tips, I give Coach Moore tips. You know what I mean? Because Coach Moore's a new DB coach, and he looks all the way into it. Like he studied all the way, and I've been a DB, so like Coach Moore have put me on the level that like, yeah, you still a player, but help these guys out. You could be. We play good cop and bad cop all the time. So like, yeah, I help them on the scale that when I go get trained, when I go to Alabama to train, I bring that training back to them. You know what I mean? So Coach Boo started something called Friday Under the Lights, and Coach Moore can't start coming back out there and bringing all the DBs and stuff out there. So we can have that bond, and then we can get better at the same time.
So, what is y'all's team goals for the season? I know you'll have a lot of personal goals too leading into it. But
Go to state.
Yeah, and I agree with Jalen. I think that's the easiest one to say, but I think just kind of like visually noticing everybody on the team having fun and learning from mistakes and each game making it better than the game we played before.
What are some of y'all's personal goals going into this year?
All state, more interceptions, get more offers, get ranked, get some stars and things like that. Oh yeah, get 10 or more picks to break the Oxford record.
I'd say, I know it's a lot to live up to, but DK Metcalf's receiving record, I think it's 1,500 yards, which is insane, but I think that's always something I push myself to get to every day. And I'd like to have 10 plus touchdowns this year.
How have some of the coaches at Oxford kind of impacted your journey at Oxford and made you a better player?
Yeah, I think Oxford, obviously I've never been anywhere else, but if I had to guess, I'd say we have the best coaches in the state of Mississippi for high school football. Because it's such a diverse group. We have coaches who teach one way, coaches who teach another. So you kind of get a little bit of everything, I feel like. And you're going to get people who are honest with you and who tell you when you mess up. And you're going to get people who lift you up. You're going to get people who sometimes push you down. But I think we have the best coaches in Mississippi, period.
Yeah, what he said, I think we do have the best coaches in Mississippi because every single coach holds me to a standard. Don't be a front runner, you know what I mean? Because I get big-headed sometimes, so they hold me to the standard. Don't be a front runner, you know. Don't come to the practice. You cannot be a leader if you come to a practice one day and you all jumping up and down, smiles and leading everybody, and then the next day you all sad and things like that. So they all, offense and defense side of the ball, they all hold me to a standard.
And then also, I wanted to ask y'all how y'all think that I know there's a lot of younger guys. How do y'all think them jumping into varsity, have their first games? How do y'all think y'all can help them guys inside the games?
I think we can help them guide and like we can show them it's not as easy as ninth grade years before was because like varsity is such more different because you got all these type of different personalities. You're not with this one team no more. You go into varsity year, your 10th grade year. So your 9th grade year is really your last year with this one team that you've been with since 7th grade. So holding them to a standard like everything needs to be taken seriously. Everything you need to do all the little things right. On varsity, you got to do all the little things right for the big things to come. So I think holding them to the standard of like, let's get all the, the playful stuff out. You still can have fun, but it's a certain time and place to do things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think my main goal is to be able to correct people and lift people up without just screaming down their throats and just tell them what they did wrong instead of how they can do that right. And I think, we see it every day in practice. And I think somebody who's handled it super well is Jack Shode. He's done an outstanding job of like realizing that mistakes are going to happen, and it's more about like how you can respond to your mistakes instead of being upset at yourself for making it.
Playing kind of as a team, because obviously you go from football to middle school to JV to freshman team. How does playing all together kind of help you get ready for varsity football?
I think it's super important that we all like to practice together from JV all the way to varsity. And I think we see the freshmen every now and then, especially in the summers. We'll practice more with the freshmen than we do during the season just because of how many people we have. But I think it's super important. It makes everybody closer. It makes the young people be allowed to watch people who have been there for 3 or 4 years and kind of learn some stuff.
I think how it get us ready for the game stuff. It give us more styles. It give us more looks. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of different personalities. There's a lot of different people that run different routes. There's a lot of people that run guard different. So I think it just gives us a lot of looks and styles to show us how much it's going to bring us. Because we got 8 games, and it's going to show us like all them teams like it's everything.
All right, thank you. Y'all give it up for Levi and Jay. We're going to take a little short break and then we'll have Coach Bruce on.
Not anymore. Yeah, you can go. You can make it. You don't start like 6:30 anyway. I'll be there. Yeah. I have two. Hold on, I forgot I can. Yep.
Hello? Hello? We're good? Hello? All right, we're here with assistant head coach Isaac Bruce and head D-line coach. Coming with the Jamboree coming up, what kind of does the Jamboree tell you about your team?
In Jamboree, we're looking to see, we're looking to see if we can execute on some of the things that we've already put in place. We're really looking to see which kids are going to be ready to step up and come in and fill in roles that we had guys graduate from. So it's all us looking into seeing what the identity of our team is going to be and how we're going to be able to come together as a team and go out and play awesome target football.
As your team, as a whole, how does your team benefit from playing the Jamboree and kind of going through that week of practice before the actual game weeks?
It's a great benefit, especially being able to play where I normally went to the state championship last year, and unfortunately they failed in the state championship. But they're a very good ball club. They got a lot of good players. They got a Danny Hudson, a linebacker. So we're really gonna be able to check our oil when we get ready to go play those guys and see what we're really made of when we get ready to play against them, because they're a very good football team.
Yeah, so kind of walk us through your history that kind of led you to Oxford, coach.
Man, so walking through my history, I'm actually an Oxford graduate. I graduated in 1999 from Oxford. I played football at Oxford. And so I'm a Charger through and through. I bleed blue and gold. And I remember back when I was coaching at MS Farmer, and I was talking to my wife, and I was like, well, baby, I might want to try to coach at Oxford. I think I'm just email the coach and send him my resume and see what he says. And she said, well, the worst he can say is no. So I emailed Coach Clint, and I'm here now. Been here. It's my 8th season.
How cool was it to come back to your alma mater where you play and kind of coach these kids and hopefully leave a legacy like you did?
It's surreal because every day when I walk down that ramp and I take a look at that football field, I can always see what it looked like when I was here. And I can see all the things that the players have now that we didn't have. And I can just see how great Oxford has become and the school has become and the district has become. And for me, it's one of those things to where I'm just proud to be able to do this. So I just give it everything I got because I'm not just coaching for myself. I'm not just coaching for the team, but I'm coaching for every player that ever played at Oxford. Everybody that's ever been an Oxford citizen, that's who I coach for.
And then also, at the first year of Oxford, what was your first position and how did you work your way all the way to assistant head coach?
My first position, and still I hold that position now, was defensive line coach. And basically all I did was just come in and just try to find the pieces of where I needed to be. If there was a job that needed to be done, I was going to make sure that I did that job and nobody else was doing that. I didn't mind doing the dirty work or whatever the case may be. And I just really just poured my heart into it. It wasn't one of those things to where, I asked for a position or anything like that. Coach Hitt said, like, these are the things that you're doing, and you're doing these things, and these are the things that assistant coach will do. So, he kind of offered me the position, and it's been like that for the last 2 or 3 years now.
Being the defensive line coach, how would you say kind of coaching on the defensive side of the ball is different from anything else, and especially in the trenches of the defensive line?
Man, coaching the defensive line is different than anything else. We're defensive line and offensive line are the only 2 positions that's going to get contact every single play. And I tell my 3 guys, hey, us 3 got to eat up 5 people. So we got to eat up the entire offensive line. We eat up the entire offensive line, then we're playing good football. So it's one of those things to where it's a thing. We call ourselves G-Real. We want to be relentless, energetic, aggressive, and liquid. And that's how we want to play. We want you to be able to see that on film whenever the defensive line touches the football field. So that's the way I coach. That's the type of energy I bring. And I feel like it's just contagious.
And then also coaching the defensive line, do you have certain goals you want your players to have, or do you want them to try to do your best to get them on to the next level? Like, explain how you do that for us.
Yeah, we have several game goals that we have. Obviously, we want to try to hold opponents to less than 100-yard rushing. We want to get at least 1.5 sacks per game. The goal is to try to get at least 17 sacks each season. So it's one of those things that we're really looking at what we need to do individually, and then the things that we do individually ties over into what we do as a team. So it's one of those goals where if we do these things, we win football games.
How important, how cool is it to see when you're coaching and you're helping these kids not just on the field, but also off the field, learn the goals and just
It's amazing because the number one thing I want to know is their goals in life and what they want to do after high school. Of course, most of them want to play college football. So my goal is to be able to coach you to be able to play college football. I don't want you to show up in college football and have a red shirt. I want you to be able to go in to be able to plug and be able to play right now. So a lot of the ways that I coach, a lot of the things that I do, the drills that I do, it correlates right to what college coaches do. I've had the privilege and the opportunity to be able to meet with Coach Dorner right over here at Ole Miss, the defensive line coach, and get some pointers and tips from him and some things that he does, and being able to incorporate that stuff to blend into what we do right here at Oxford it's been phenomenal. So the biggest thing is being able to talk to them and find out what their goals are, and then being able to push them to those goals and let them know that I'm going to push.
And then, could you explain to us how you work as a role model to your kids, not only just the defensive line, but the entire team, like your chaplain?
So one of the things that I'm a big time believer in Jesus Christ, and I feel like we live our life for somebody else. Everything that you've gone through in this life is a testimony and a testament to somebody else who's maybe going through a difficult situation or whatever the case may be. You're able to help that person in that situation or that situation. So I think it's a big thing to be able to just share him with everybody and let everybody know that, whenever we come to the optional meeting or whatever, let everybody know that, there's hope, even when you feel like you don't have any hope, even when things are going bad, you just gotta know that you gotta keep your faith and keep on pushing. Because I believe football is life in 48 minutes. Because the reason why I say that, because in life you're gonna have your ups, you're gonna have your downs, and you're gonna have your steady moments, and you're gonna have those great moments as well. And that's something that happens throughout the course of the football game.
Again, with kind of the leadership role, if kind of a kid doesn't go and play football, how cool is it to see if they go do something big, how you impacted their life and made them a better person?
My biggest thing is whatever you want to do in life, I just want to help you to be successful in it. And I always tell them my number's not going to change. I've had the same number for the last 20 years. So I tell them my number's never going to change. You can always contact me and call me. If you need any advice, you need any help, I don't care if it's 3 o'clock in the morning. If you need a shoulder crown, I got your back. Because at the end of the day, it's more than just football. It's about being able to develop young men and help them to be great men in the community. Because the only thing we want to put out in Oxford is great men in the community that's able to lead community. Be able to lead your own household, lead your own family. Because a lot of times, as a man, you need another man to be able to talk to and be able to lean on. And a lot of times, little boys, sometimes, these players, they can hear it from their dad, but when they hear it from the coach, they're like, man, my dad said the same thing. Be like, well, listen to him, stuff like that.
So I want to ask, has it been a challenge with losing the 3 defensive line starters last year, and how have you address that challenge?
I think every year when you lose somebody, they're irreplaceable. I mean, you're never going to love a kid like that. And then obviously losing Ty Perry, the new coach, and they're moving over to Houston. I think that has been a challenge for us as well. But the biggest thing I think happened is that the defensive line grew together, and then they grew up. And we got a lot of players. We were looking to rotate maybe 9 guys this year with those 2 guys. And then now we're still looking to rotate at least 7 or 8. A lot of those guys really good, and they're playing some phenomenal football right now. And I just can't wait for the rest of Mississippi to be able to see it.
How have they taken those steps to kind of get back in the rotation after all these key losses? How they stepped up to hopefully fill the shoes of those 3 big losses?
I think the big thing is always preparation the year before. I always try to look a year ahead. So I'm always trying to make sure that I get 2 guys that I know going to play the next year. I'm trying to get them 2 reps. I'm trying to get the reps in the game. I'm trying to put them in game type situations. And it's all about coaching every kid you got. It doesn't matter who they are. Every team in my position is going to get coached. You never know who's going to play. You don't know who's going to get injured or whatever the case may be. Everybody probably is going to have an opportunity to play. So I want everybody to be able to be out and be effective as they are. And I think the biggest thing is knowing what they do well and put them in situations to do what they do well.
And for a final question, what would you say is your favorite jersey combo that the Chargers roll out on Friday nights?
Well, I am an old school Jordan, but I'm going to say my favorite combination is the new combination. It's going to be the white pants, the both blue jerseys, and the white helmet.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
That's how you bring.
All right, first question is, what's your favorite jersey combination?
I gotta go with, I gotta go with the the white helmet, the blue jersey, like the dark blue jersey, and the white pants.
I'm gonna say I like the all white jerseys, white helmet, white jersey, white pants.
All right. And for our final question of the show, what do y'all think should happen Friday night? Everything's gonna good.
W.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun game, but I think it's gonna be a good.
Not gonna be a game after the second quarter.
All right. Thanks for everybody who showed up, and thank y'all for coming out and watching us.
Y'all get worked out.
Yeah. Hmm?